Why are you moving, man? Welcome to the welcome to the 14,000 mile review of the Yamaha MT09 2017 model, which is the one with the facelift and nice looking eyes and whatnot and shapes and all of that if you're into it. If not, well, tough, I like it. Yeah, so it's not, I'm not gonna go into any technical specifications. If you're watching this video and hoping you're gonna hear about horsepower and all that stuff, just visit the Yamaha website. They're really good at that, and you're gonna know everything that you need to know. I'm basically just gonna go through a few things that I really like about the bike after 14,000 miles and what I dislike about the bike after 14,000 miles. Can't really complain. Yeah, this is missing, by the way. Go watch my previous video, there's an update on why. Anyway, didn't drop it, just want to say. So yeah, what I like about the bike, I really like the engine. It's a flawless engine. I had one minor problem with it, nothing else. You can't really say it's the engine, but the electronics on it. So what happened is at one point the check oil light started coming on and it just stayed on. It just wouldn't go off. In the beginning it was coming on and then going off, then at one point it just stayed on until you stopped the bike. I took it into the dealership, if you call it dealership, I don't know, motorcycles, I'm assuming yes. So I took it into the dealership, they had a look at it. So I took it in the first time when it happened, and at that time, after about 5 minutes, the check oil light, the red one, used to go off. It used to come on and off and on and off and on and off. Just great, isn't it? So now it's red, then yellow, and then it's gonna go off in a minute. Just wait for it. Again, it's doing it again. I mean, I just picked the bike up from the shop. Here it is again. It's starting to annoy me now. Come on, go off. Do us all a favor, that's it. As I said, there we go again. On and off and on again. And it's gonna stay on for a minute or so. Then it goes off again. See, there you go. There is oil in the bike. I just checked it this morning. It's not leaking or anything, and I just had it serviced like what, 3,000 miles ago, which is a month ago. I don't know. Engine temperature is fine. Every single morning. What? Again, it's coming on again and again and again and again and again. This blessed light. The yellow light, the engine light, the warning light, basically because that's my fault. I've put the bike up on a stand, lubed the chain, put it into first, let it run, sprayed it. It was just easier than turning it by hand, turning the wheel by hand. But yeah, it turns out on Euro 4 engines or newer, if you do that, if you let the engine run in first or second while the wheel is not touching the ground, I have no idea why, the check engine light comes on. Well, test that. But it would come on a cold engine. It would go off after about 10 minutes of riding the bike. So took the bike into the shop, they had a look at it, and basically they said, babe, there's nothing wrong with it, come pick the bike up, you're going crazy. Well, they didn't say that, but that's how I took it. Because they kept saying there's nothing wrong with the bike, there's no lights coming on, they hooked it up to something, there's no error messages coming up on the engine, so everything's hunky-dory, everything's perfect with the bike. Obviously it wasn't. I went in, picked the bike up, got to the motorway, 2 minutes later, the light comes on again, and I'm thinking, oh, great, okay. So I filmed it with the camera, with the action cam, and I sent them the video, and I've said, guys, look, I'm not going nuts. It's doing it. And it's doing it every single freaking morning. It's annoying. I'm worried. Is the engine gonna blow up? Is there something wrong with it? What do I do with it? So basically they said, we're gonna send the video to Yamaha. They're gonna make a decision. They did. They've said it's probably a faulty sensor. We're gonna change that. Change the sensor. Bike's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Now, that's the engine and electrics part. Besides that, the only other problems that I had is the ignition. So the ignition sticks. I don't know, maybe there's some dirt in it, water, something happened to it. I switch it on, I park the bike, switch the engine off, And when I switch the engine back on, it just starts up without me pressing the button, because obviously it's stuck in the on position or whatever. I'll show you. So that's that. Then the heated grips that came with the bike, they gave up on me 3 times I think so far. So they switch off, I try to switch them back on, and the green light just keeps flashing, but nothing keeps happening. They just don't come on. I need to leave it for about 10 minutes and then they come on again. I think they might get too hot and then they just switch off. It's like an emergency switch or something. I don't know, got no idea. So that's that. You've got the long beam or the high beam or whatever you want to call it. The button's not working. So yeah, this is not working. I think again some dirt got in it or something, and yeah, just not working, which is not good. Side panels on the bike. So where you've got the indicators, these plastic panels down here, they're coming undone as well. So not these ones. These are the replacement ones that Yamaha sent from Holland, I think, to get replaced. Basically at one point, the one on the right hand side started flapping, so started coming loose. And now this side flap next to the radiator, the right one, is flapping, it's coming loose. The one on the left is doing it as well. This stuff shouldn't flap like this and it shouldn't come off. I don't know if you can see it. And the quicker I go, the more it flaps, but yeah, anyway. I took the bike into Yamaha and I told them, look, this is happening, what's wrong? Can you fix it? They've said no. Obviously it's broken, or it's getting broken because it was bending out of shape. It's probably, if you ask me, it's probably from the high wind on the motorway, because I commute on the motorway every single day on the highway if you're in America. So I commute a lot on the bike, and I think that's why it's doing it. And they've said, well, we don't know what's wrong, we've never had this problem before, so we need to check with Yamaha and ask them what they want us to do with it. Obviously Yamaha said, sorry, can't fix it. Then the second one started to do the same thing, started flapping. I promise, I didn't touch them, I didn't rip them, I didn't pull on them or anything like that. So the second one started doing that as well. And in the end, they kind of said, well, bring the bike in. It's obviously a fault on the bike. Ordered some new side panels and that was it. Bike fixed, got those replaced as well. So far, I've had the problems with the engine light, the ignition, heated grip, long beam or high beam, and the side panels. Nothing else in 14,000 miles went wrong with the bike. Didn't break down on me. I've done 400-mile trips on it, quite a few actually. I use it on a daily basis. I use it all the time, so it's what, January now. I've used it throughout December. Every single day I've been on the bike. Ice, snow, rain, everything. Really reliable. What really helped me out and saved my life a couple of times, especially now in the winter with the ice and snow and everything, is the ABS traction control and the slipper clutch. So basically you can let go of the clutch even if you're not rev netting and everything, and the rear tire is not going to lock up. I mean, it does a bit, but it kind of loosens up afterwards. So it's, yeah, I think it saved my bacon quite a couple of times. The engine again, I can't go on, I can't compliment the engine enough. It's really good. When you want the bike to go, it just goes. And the quick shifter as well, goodness me, I mean the quick shifters make such a huge difference. I got on a different bike, on a Tracer 700 it was, obviously without the quick shifter, makes such a difference. I just wasn't used to it. Once you try it, you know what they say, once you go quick shifter, you never go back. Yeah. Suspension wise, I feel it's still a bit bouncy compared to the older model. I can't complain, because by being bouncier, it's more comfortable for me. I commute a lot, I don't do track days, I don't do racing, I don't do none of that. So, I don't know, the bounciness, I kind of feel absorbs the shocks and everything, so I can't complain, I like it, I don't mind it. The only thing that I advise you to change if you're going to buy this bike and if you're planning to commute is the seat. You need something a bit more comfortable. It's just because this one's really uncomfortable. I mean, I'll be honest, it's uncomfortable after about 2 to 3 hours on it. If you're going to commute for about an hour, half an hour, you're fine, keep it. Most of my commutes are about an hour and a half, so not longer than that. When I'm on long journeys, yes, I can feel it. Besides that, perfect. I've changed a few things on it, so I've changed the mirrors. Obviously this one's messed up. Go watch the previous video and you'll know why. I've changed the clutch lever, the brake lever. I've put a screen on. There's nothing to help with so wind protection, absolutely zero, doesn't help at all. And the tail tidy. The tail tidy makes the bike look so much better. Huge difference with the new tail tidy compared to the old one. And yeah, the indicators. The indicators were really ugly. I don't know what they were thinking when they put them on, but I guess it's a cost saving thing. But yeah, the new ones look great and the old ones look rubbish. Not many people on the bikes today, is it? After you, you're welcome. Nice view. So yeah, I think that kind of covers it. Nothing else, to be honest. I need to take it for a wash before people start commenting I've got a super dirty bike. So yeah, screen, indicators, tail tidy looks much neater and cleaner. Oh yeah, 2 disc locks, yeah, because I work in London, you know, dog life. Great bike overall, can't fault it, can't complain. The lights are LED lights, they're really good at night, really like them. Some people keep complaining about the beam on the lights has a funny boxy shape, and sometimes in and around corners. Sometimes around corners, if, I don't know, it creates blind spots. I don't mind. Don't ride that much at night on twisty roads and all that. If you're into twisty roads at night, yeah, upgrade your lights. If not, they'll do just fine. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I think I'm at about, what, 200 subscribers now, which is quite a lot. Thank you for subscribing to my stuff. Appreciate everyone who's watching the video, liking the video, and yeah, see you next time.